Hello everybody, just a quick video introducing some Japanese maples. This is an emerald lace, which is one of the ones with the very finely cut leaves that I purchased as a small plant from that well-known supermarket a while back, along with some others. I did wire this to get it straight because it was a proper banana shape, and unfortunately left the wire on too long, so I've got some unfortunate scars. See if I can show you those. Yeah, some unfortunate scarring, but a few years hopefully they will grow out. My goal for this year with this tree was getting it used to being in this flat pot, and getting a short flat root ball as opposed to a tall narrow root ball which it had in the pot it came in. So I think that's, well, it's still a bit wobbly, but we're well on the way to that, achieving that goal. It's obviously very tall, probably doubled in height. It was probably a foot tall when I bought it, and it's easily probably 2 foot tall now. So yeah, that's a project up and coming that we can follow. In addition, here's another one that I purchased, which is a very pretty tree, I think, called the Butterfly, again from that well-known supermarket. This is going to take quite a bit of work over the next few years, and again, I'm not doing anything with it today, but this is just its first sort of introduction to YouTube. And if you want to subscribe, you can follow on and see how this tree develops, or if I kill it. No, hopefully it will develop. So yeah, again, the idea of this tree, which I bought in the spring, was to get it into a nice flat shallow dish so that it could be ready for a bonsai pot at some point in the future, and it won't be such a shock. Okay, so here's one I've already got in a pot, in a bonsai pot. I sort of put it in a bit of a rush, and I'm not happy with its positioning. It's too central in the pot, so I think I will probably repot this in the spring into a better position. I also wired it to get it straighter because it was quite forlorn looking. I've lost the label, so if any of you out there recognises this particular variety and could let me know in the comment section below, I'll be very grateful of an identity for this plant. Again, it was bought at the supermarket, and yeah, I like it, but it's possibly not to everyone's taste. Some people say variegated bonsai are a no-no, but I like it, so, and that's what counts, isn't it, whether we like our trees or not. But yeah, far too central in the pot, needs some work. So move that to one side, and we'll look at some trees that I grew from seed in 2018. This one is my absolute favourite. When you grow them from seed, you never know quite what you're going to get. And although this one has gone into its autumn, fall, however you want to call it, colours, partly because it was in a sunny area of the garden, I think, but it's gone in a lot earlier than some of these others that haven't even begun to change yet. But it is the most gorgeous red, and I love the leaf shape. So I have plans for this to be a big tree. I think it needs to be, a big bonsai tree. So this will be going into a bigger pot, and grown on for the next few years to get a nice chunky trunk. And we'll see how quickly we can make it into a big tree. But it is absolutely spectacular, although it wasn't much to look at when it was just green. In contrast, here are a couple of the others from the same batch of seedlings. Nice leaf shapes, but muted colours. I mean, that's a much duller red, and this is almost brown. Similarly, this tree, I've got about 10 seedlings from this batch, but that's the most spectacular one, is this red, and it really is eye-wateringly red. So yeah, more trees. Probably these will just grow on and they'll sit on the bench until one day I decide to do something with them, or put them on eBay or some such. Tucked away in the back of my shade house, almost forgotten, there's a bunch of cuttings that I took. These are cherries, but also in there, I don't know how well you can see this, there is a variegated Japanese maple, and there's a couple of them. It is very similar to the butterfly, only instead of being green with cream edges around the leaves, it's green with red edges around the leaves. Very pretty. I don't know where I got it from. I know it was a cutting because it's in the tray with all the other cuttings, but that will be potted up next spring, and we'll grow it on into a larger bonsai, and see where we go. Okay, so yeah, it's a very pretty little tree, or it will be. It's just a stick in a pot at the minute, but hopefully it'll grow into something quite spectacular. Let's move these. This is the final tree that from that batch though, and as you can see, it's been in a shady corner and it hasn't begun to turn yet really, but this is the same batch of seedlings. This is a 2-year-old tree, but in a big pot. This is actually a cat litter tray, which I don't think looks like a cat litter tray. I like to tell myself it doesn't look like a cat litter tray, but this tree, in the 2 years in this pot, is 6 foot tall. Let me see, up and up and up. Let me just bend down the top so you can see. Yeah, this is a very tall tree, but because it's been in the shade, no autumn colour as yet, so I don't know if this is going to be a spectacular red or a dull red or a rotty brown, but we will see. Put the stake back in. It's got so tall it's falling over in the pot, but I'm not going to cut it back until it's lost all its leaves, and then I may cut it back to prevent wind rock, but other than that I would then give it a proper trim in the spring. So yeah, this is the label tells me is it's through a CD, so somewhere under this soil there is a CD. Hopefully we can get a good nobari through that, but we will see. All part of the great experiment that is my bonsai. So thank you all for watching, and as always, that's all for now. Please take care of yourselves.